let's make a super simple sprouted red lentil hummus. So instead of garbanzo beans, we're using sprouted red lentils. And this is a really simple recipe from Plant Craft Kitchen that I am going to tweak a little bit. So she calls for lemon juice. I'm going to use my homemade probiotic pickle brine. And she calls for garlic powder, and I'm going to use my actual fermented garlic. So I got a couple of garlics here that I'm going to toss in. And this is my little magic bullet. It comes with the personal blender and the food processor. So 2 cups of lentils, that was a little bit less, and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Here's my probiotic pickles. So we'll do about 1.5 since there's a little bit less. And then 2 tablespoons of tahini. I've got a raw tahini and it's sprouted as well. So 2 tablespoons. I'm just eyeballing everything. 1, a little bit less than 2. Then it calls for 2 tablespoons of olive oil, but I'm going to use this hemp oil. So roughly 2 tablespoons. A little bit less. There is no salt. Oh, actually, it does say sea salt. So I'm going to put a little bit herbamare in there, and then we are going to blend it up and see how it turns out. So I did have to add a bit more tahini and oil just because it was still kind of separated. So what I'm going to do is just use that same jar and put it in here, and you'll be able to see a little bit more of what the consistency is like. She does say to put it in the fridge to let the flavors develop. So I think I will leave this in the fridge either until later today or tomorrow, and then I will do a taste testing as well. So this is how much was in the food processor, and it smells really raw and it's chunky. So we'll see how it turns out. But yeah, the tip about putting it into the fridge to let the flavors and the texture develop, she mentions that it tastes, you know, like regular hummus, but who knows? Fingers crossed, we will be back for the tasting later. All right, I'm back to try this red lentil hummus, and then I'm just simple for lunch. I like to just grab veggies, so I have some celery. I've got my broccoli sprouts for that sulforaphane. Yes, yes, yes. And then I just did a video with my probiotic pickle tasting. So this is actually English cucumbers, organic little mini English cucumbers. And I got this tip from the local fermentista gal because I was talking to her about pickles. I was like, I cannot get these pickles right, the humidity, the something right, even with pickling cucumbers. So she was like, try this. Video is below. They turned out like perfection. Seriously, so good. Actually, I will show you, and I'll actually have a little with the hummus. Look at how beautiful those are. The color is great. Crunch, crunch, crunch. That is so important to me. Soft pickles are a no-go for real, for real. Okay. It still does have a raw flavor and beanie. And you know what might help, but I wouldn't be able to do it, is to remove the skins. There's a video I have where a gal makes cooked garbanzo bean hummus and raw, and she said one of the tips to make super smooth hummus is to remove the skin. So I was like, oh, interesting. But you know, it takes a little bit of work, so I haven't gotten to it with some sprouts. I just eat the sprouts straight out of the jar. Don't play. Anyways, well, more experiments. You never know until you go, until you try. And so there's the red lentil hummus. Bye.